the Middle East never sleeps. And these 24 hours have been absolutely insane. Khamenei doesn't answer back. Israel uses new footage. Our American aircraft just crashed. And so much more. Let's dive in. Amanda messaged Khamenei and asked, "Why are you late for class today?" Obviously, he never answered back. Jokes aside, both the Israeli Air Force and the US Central Command are currently hunting IRGC ballistic missile launchers across all Iran. Because of the massive airstrikes, 555 people have been killed so far. This is according to the Red Crescent in Iran. Currently, over 100,000 paramedics are responding to the attacks. These figures are based on Iran's emergency teams. But in this video, we can also see how a US fighter jet just got hit. It was, according to sources, friendly fire, but the crew injected and is now safe. Here is the pilot. As you can see, he's at the moment being evacuated to a hospital.
Police? Yes. 1 minute. 1 minute. لا لا شبه الدبة 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Next up, we just got news that Lianji just said that Iran will not negotiate with the United States. Next up, we got the exact moment of the assassination of the parliamentary head leader Mohammed Rad from the terrorist organization in Beirut, Lebanon.
الناس قد اعتزلت من جراء قوة تعصب هذه الغرض. كما نتابع هذه الكاميرا كاميرا مرتبة عن أحدى المباني تظهر حجم ويعني كبر هذا العدوان.
This is the country Kuwait, and if you look at the right side and click on this post, we see that the official spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense announced that several US planes crashed this morning, but confirming that all crew members survived. He stated that all of the crew members are at the moment in a hospital for medical help, and he further noted that the condition is stable. Lastly, we have a speech from the Iran Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on the current situation in Iran. Let's dive in.
We want to go to Tehran right now because we're being joined by the Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Mr. Foreign Minister, thank you for joining us this morning. Who's in charge of Iran right now?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me in your program. Well, I think now there is a procedure set in our constitution that when we lose the supreme leader, there would be a new one elected by the Assembly of Experts. And now we have started the procedure. There is a transitional council of the president, the head of judiciary, and one jurist of the Guardian Council. These three would decide, are in charge right now, and they will actually arrange the election of the new leader by the Assembly of Experts. And the members of the Assembly of Experts are elected themselves by the people, every 4 years.
We've just reported that 40 senior commanders were killed in the first minutes of the strike. How much damage has this done to your military infrastructure?
Well, we have lost some commanders, that is a fact, and the names are already announced. But another fact is that nothing has changed in our military capability. This is exactly what happened last time. You remember in June when Israel attacked us, they killed some of our top commanders at the beginning of the strikes, but they were replaced very soon. And in less than 12 hours, we were able to start retaliation. This time, it was even, faster. In less than 2 hours, we started to retaliate by attacking, Israeli targets and American bases in the region, and we have continued to do so. Our military is in place. They are capable enough to defend our country. Even more, they are more prepared and capable than previous war, before 12-day war. Quality-wise, quantity-wise, they are in a better position. And I think you have seen how they, acted so far.
President Trump issued a warning overnight, warning the Iranians not to retaliate. He said they better not do that. If they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before. How do you respond?
Well, I don't think any leader of a country has the right to say so. We are defending ourselves, and we have every legitimate right to defend ourselves. What the United States is doing is an act of aggression. What we are doing is the act of self-defense. There are huge differences between these two. So one should tell, the President of the United States, do not attack, do not, make any aggression against another country. But nobody can tell us that you don't have any right to defend yourselves. We are defending ourselves, whatever it takes, and we see no limit for ourselves to defend our people, to protect our people. Just look, yesterday they struck against a school. So far, 148 girls, students have been killed. And this is a big massacre. This is a war crime. And you say we don't have any right to defend ourselves?
You say you want to protect your people. You say you want to protect your people, but your own regime, according to the estimates we've seen over the last several months, is responsible for the killing of up to 30,000 of Iranian citizens.
Well, we have already answered this accusation. Let me to explain. We were faced with a terrorist operation. It was first protesters, demonstrations, which was legal. According to our constitutions, our people have the right to protest and to go for gatherings and demonstrations. They did it from 28 December to 7 January. We had legal protests. Everything was fine and nobody was killed. And then on 8 January to 10, we faced with a terrorist operation. Armed elements were added to this question, and they started to shoot at our police forces, our security forces, and then they started to shoot at ordinary people, even to protesters. Why? Because they wanted to increase the number of deaths. Since the President of the United States had already said that if there are killings, he would come to rescue. So they wanted to actually drag him to this question. So they started to kill people. So that was a terrorist operation for 3 days, and the number of killings were exactly 3,117. And the names of those victims, all of those victims have been already published by us, together with their identification number. If anybody claims that the number is more, as you said, 30,000, 50,000, whatever, please show one evidence. Please add one more name to the list we have already published. So please be fair. Out of those 300, 100 people, we have announced 2,500 as martyrs because they were killed by terrorist elements. 200 of our police forces have been killed by those terrorist elements. If somebody shoot at a police department officer in the United States, how do you react? Do you just give him permission to do whatever he wants because he is a protester? No. So please distinguish between two different stories.
Well, we have
protests.
seen evidence of
And
newborns
there is
killed, of children's killed, and the numbers are certainly higher than what you have claimed.
Yes.
Are those who are celebrating in
Yes,
the
because-
streets right
because
now
they were-
subject to
because-
the same
no,
kind of discipline?
Because they were blind shootings at the ordinary people, at ordinary cars who were passed through the streets. And so many people were killed blindly by these terrorist elements because they were ordered by Israel at that time. They were instructed to kill people and give a big number of killings to the President of the United States. We have their voices, the instructions which coming from Mossad, from outside, to these terrorist elements who are ordering them that kill police officers, if not police, kill the boy and girl in front of you, because they wanted killings.
Is the negotiated settlement with the United States still possible?
Well, you answered this question. We negotiated with the United States twice in the past 12 months, and in both cases, they attacked us in the middle of negotiation. And that has become a very bitter experience for us. In last June, we were negotiating. We had 5 rounds of negotiations, and we had already fixed the 6th round for 15 June when the Israeli attacked us, and then the US joined the attack. And this time, we had 3 rounds. Last Thursday, we had a very good discussion, very good talks in Geneva. Both Iranian and the US delegation were happy at the end of 7 hours of negotiations. And I can go into the details of what we agreed and how a deal was at our reach. And when we concluded, the Omani foreign minister, who was the impartial intermediator between us, he concluded by saying in his post that we made significant progress this time. We were able to come to a good understanding on some of our differences. Some other differences were left for the next meeting, and we decided to go for Vienna, to send our technical teams to Vienna on Monday, which means tomorrow, to go to the IAEA, and with the help of the International Atomic Energy Organization, try to find technical solutions for the political problems. And we both believed, the both delegations believed that this is possible. So a deal was at our reach, and we left Geneva happily with the understanding that we can reach a deal next time we meet. And it was very unfortunate that those who are against peace, against diplomacy, against negotiation, when they understood that diplomacy is going on well, they decided to spoil it, and they created a build-up in the media, against the Islamic Republic of Iran, against, the desires of us, against, and they made lots of accusations against us. They created false information and disinformation, and they finally get to their, to what they wanted. They dragged President Trump. They convinced President Trump to attack us unprovoked and unwarranted.
Mr. Minister, thank you for your time this morning.